Hey, Jimmy, how's it going with work? Hey, boss, hey, how'd you get in my house? What are you doing here? That's not important right now, Jimmy. I need to know. You made any new characters for a new game, Zenless Zone Zero? Okay, yeah, I've been working on a character. I'm thinking she's like a basic character, you know, our introductory character. She has basic combos and helps the player get used to this world. This is nice, Jimmy. Yes, very nice. You know, it's not too big, not too small, pretty robust. I like it. Boss, are you talking about her kit or her chest? Yes, Jimmy. Yes, I am.
Hello, Nerd Circuit crew. Welcome back to another Nerdtastic guide video. The world of Zenless Zero is packed with unforgettable characters, and today we're diving into the very first one you meet, Anby Demara. We'll break down her design, story, gameplay kit, and tier ranking. While her past may be dark, her future is undeniably bright, both in terms of combat and her story. But without further ado, this is Anby Demara's Nerdtastic Guide. Before we get into her skills and gameplay, let's talk about what makes Anby visually and thematically distinct. At first glance, she seems like your typical anime girl. However, her neon green baggy hoodie that contrasts with her, blue lightning attacks, headphones, and electric backpack give her a down-to-earth cyberpunk feel. Well, as down-to-earth as a potential military assassin can get, but more on that later. Given her background and linked to certain characters, maybe her typical design was on purpose. Maybe she wants to be seen as a normal girl and wants to stay incognito. Maybe, just maybe, behind those stoic calculating eyes is a past she's unwilling to go back to. Speaking of which, in terms of her story, we might call Anby one-dimensional due to her nature and lack of expression. However, her lore goes way deep when you actually look for it. We know that she has a connection to Soldier 11 due to their similar designs and weaponry. And Nicole, who gave her own last name, has stated that the first time they met wasn't exactly a good one. So I'm interested to see how that happened and how that went down. However, despite seeming so distant from everyone, she's actually steadfast and loyal to her team. She's the calm to Billy's animated personality and the rationale to Nicole's chaos. Her love of movies and burgers makes her feel like someone who's discovering the finer things in life, and yeah, it makes her just feel all that more real. She's found her place with the cunning hairs and the proxies, and nothing can change that. Well, hopefully nothing, but we'll see in 1.6. Okay, while we wait for her S rank to come out with some gameplay and some news, let's talk about how the OG Anby gets things done. Anby's kit is about dodging and combos. Being the first character you play, she was made to be simple. However, simple does not mean she's boring. In fact, if you like stable characters that are easy to understand but effective, invest in Anby. Core passive and additional ability. Anby's core passive is called Fluctuating Voltage. This is where you launch a basic attack Thunderbolt, special attack or EX special attack after the third hit of Anby's basic attack for an extra X% days. Her additional ability activates when a character in your roster shares the same attribute or faction. In this, when Anby's dodge counter hits an enemy, she gains 7.2 energy. This effect can trigger once after 5 seconds. Alright, next is her basic attack, Turbo Volt. Hits 1 through 3 deal physical damage, while hit 4 deals electric damage. Thunderbolt. After the third hit, hold or pause, then press the attack button to unleash a downward electric strike with increased anti-interrupt. Mobility. Her dodge slide grants her invulnerability. Her dash attack, taser blast, is what happens when you press the basic attack button after a dodge to deal physical damage. And her dodge counter, thunderclap, occurs when you perform a perfect dodge and a basic attack, which deals electrical damage. With parallel connection, Anby gains 7.2 energy every time thunderclap lands, if sharing the same attribute or faction, as stated before. Special attacks. Fork Lightning. An upward electric slash, and it launches faster with increased anti-interrupt after the third hit or thunderbolt. EX Special Attack. Lightning Bolt. A powerful, invulnerable version of Fork Lightning, and as stated before, it launches faster after the third hit or thunderbolt. Quick Assist. Thunderfall. Front slash, dealing electric damage when an ally is hit. Defensive Assist. Flash. It's basically a parry, inflicting daze, which is what you want when you fight with Anby. And her assist follow-up. Lightning Whirl. A spinning electric slash after a defensive assist. Then there's her chain attack and ultimate. Her chain attack is Electro Engine, an upward slash when the chain attack is triggered. Then there's her ultimate, Overdrive Engine, an upward slash followed by multiple falling electric strikes when the meter is full. Anby brings a basic but fast-paced, combo-heavy style for players that like agile characters. Oh, and another thing. I just noticed this even after months of playing, but when an enemy shoots bullets, Anby can passively just deflect them. So if you're fighting robots or military men with guns, definitely use Anby when they start firing. But let's go over her builds. So here are some W engines that are rather effective with Anby. Hellfire Gears. While off-field, Anby's energy regen increases by 0.6 every second. When using an EX special attack, her impact increases by 10% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 2 times. The Restrained. When an attack hits an enemy, damage and daze from basic attack increases by 6% for 8 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. Then we have Steamed Oven. For every 10 energy accumulated, Anby's impact is increased by 2%, stacking up to 8 times. After energy is consumed, this bonus remains for 8 seconds. Then we have our Drive Disc. First we have Shock Star Disco times 4, which increases Anby's impact, and her basic attack deals more daze to her enemies, synchronizing well with her. Then we have Swing Jazz, which increases Anby's energy regen, allowing her to perform EX special attacks and inflict even more daze. Then we'll have her team compositions. First, we have the solid free-to-play team of Anby, Billy, and Nicole. With Anby's stun, Billy's damage, and Nicole's defense reduction, it all just comes together to show why they were picked as the introductory team. Then we have a newer team I've been liking so far, which is Harumasa, Anby, and Astriel. Harumasa's potential burst damage and Astriel's increased damage and constantly switching out between the two allows Anby to shine as a stun unit. Alright, tier ranking. On many websites such as Pridwin and GameAid, Anby is on the lower end of the spectrum, but that's to be expected since she's the first character you play as. Her kit is basic, so there's only so much you can do. However, as future characters continue to come out, as well as engines and drive discs, you can always experiment to see how far you can push her, even as an A-rank character. However, speaking of future characters, I know you've noticed that I've been dropping little hints about Anby's past and showing you a certain version of Anby. Well, this is Silver Soldier Anby, her S-rank version, which was drip marketed a few weeks ago. So we'll get her backstory and see her full potential. But in terms of the story, here's my prediction. I think either A, Anby and Soldier 11 are sisters that were just, kidnapped after the fall of the old world and pretty much made to be military weapons, or they're clones, which is why they look so similar but have different elements, because maybe something's wrong with the cloning. But that's my type of thing. I'm thinking that Anby will be called back to her old life, John Wick style, and we'll discover what's happened to her and, if it's really, really bad. But what do you think? But anyway, that wraps up our Nerdtastic guide to Anby Demara. Whether you're a fan of her electrifying combat or intrigued by the mysteries of her past, Anby is a character worth investing in. If you enjoyed this guide, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for more Zenless Zone Zero content. Oh, also, don't forget to follow me on Twitch at Nerdtron1777 so you know when I go live. I love hearing from you all, and I hope to see you all in the next stream and in the next video. Peace.